Hello my students, grade 5, how are you? Now we will solve cumulative assessment on unit 12. Cumulative assessment 25 till lessons 1 to 3, unit 12. From the book, okay? Question number 1 here, look at with me. In the opposite figure, here we have a circle. The fraction of the shaded by chart equal. This shaded part equal space. To know the shaded part here, we must add 7 over 20 and 5 over 20. And the result subtracted from 1. So we can write here 1 subtract by sum of 7 over 20 and 5 over 20. We know 1 equal 20 over 20. And we can add them here. 7 over 20 plus 5 over 20 equal 12 over 20. And the difference between them, we must write 20 in the numerator here. 20 minus 12 equal 8. 8 over 20 we can simplify it by dividing by 8 numerator and denominator. 8 divided by 4 equal 2. And 20 divided by 4 equal 5. So we must write here 2 over 5. 2 over 5 is the fraction of the shaded bar chart here. Which letter B? The measure of central angle which represents force of the circle, it is 90 degree. Right here 90 degree. Letter B. The result will be 90 degree. Which letter C? 1 subtract by 5 over 6. We must convert 5 over 6. Or 1, we can convert 1 here to be 6 over 6. Okay, so 1 subtract by 5 over 6, it will be what? It will be 1 over 6. Why? Because 1 equals 6 over 6. 6 over 6 subtract 5 over 6, it will be 1 over 6. The result will be 1 over 6 about this example. Okay, question letter D. Half of hour equals base minutes equals 30 minutes, because 1 hour equals 30 minutes. So half of hour equals 30 minutes. We must write 30 here in space. Half of 4 equals space. Half of 4 is meaning 4 divided by 2. Or we can find the half of 4. Half of 4 divided by 2 equal 2. Then we can write here half multiplied by 4 equal 2. Half of 4 equal 2. Question letter F. It was question letter E. Letter F, half divided by 4. We can write half here and convert it from division to multiplication and write the inverse about 4 here. Inverse about 4, multiplicative inverse, it will be 1 over 4. Then multiplication, 1 by 1 equal 1, 2 by 4 equal 8. The result will be 1 over 8 about this example. Okay, the result will be 1 over 8. Question number 2. The opposite figure shows fractions of time that Ines spends in studying different subjects. Find the fraction of time that Ines spends in studying social studies. Social studies here 1 over 4. 1 over 4 we can write here. We asked about the fraction of time that Ines spends in studying social studies. 1 over 4. He asked about the fraction time. We can write 1 over 4 about time. Question 2, letter A. Asked about the fraction of the time that Ines spends in studying social. She studied force about studied. Force, we can convert it to decimal number 0.25. Letter B. Find the fraction of time that Ines spends in studying math. We want to find studying math by subtract from 1. Write 1 over 5 plus 3 over 10 plus 1 over 4. We must add all part here, 3 over 10 and 1 over 5 and 1 over 4, and subtract the result from 1. Write 1 here, subtract by 1 over 5 and 3 over 10 and 1 over 4. We can write the least common multiplication between them. It will be 20. Write 20 here in the numerator. 20 divided by 5 equal 4. 1 times 4 equal 4. 20 divided by 10 equal 2. 2 times 3 equals 6. 20 divided by 4 equal 5. 1 times 5 equal 5. And then convert 1 here to be 20 over 20. Subtract by the sum of 4 over 20 and 6 over 20 and 5 over 20. It will be 15 over 20. We can simplify it, write 20 in the numerator and 20 subtract by 15 equal 5. The result will be 5 over 20. We can simplify it by dividing by 5. 5 divided by 5 equal 1. 20 divided by 5 equal 4. The result will be 1 over 4. So the fraction of the time that Ina spends in studying math, force, write force here. Okay, look at this circle here. Force plus force is half. And fifths plus 3 over 10, it will be half. Okay, so minus here, fraction of method, we must write here 1 over 4. Question letter C, find the fraction of time that Ina spends in studying Arabic. Arabic 3 over 10, right here, 3 over 10. Okay, letter C, 3 over 10. Question C, 3 over 10. Letter D, if the total time that Ina studies 8 hours, find the time of math hours. Math, we know the fractions about math 1 over 4. 1 over 4 multiplication by 8 hours. So she studied 2 hours for math. Then Ina studies in mathematics 8 hours. Okay. Question letter C, understood? Okay, this table shows description of 100 students according to subject they prefer. Math is half of 100, it will be 50. Okay, 50 students like math. So we write here 50 in this table here. Okay, we have 4 parts here. This fraction half, and it will be 50. And we have 25 here. 25, it refers to fourths. And 1 over 10, we can write 1 over 10 multiplied by the total number 100, it will be 10. So we must write the number here 10. And 15 like signs. 15, we must write the fraction about 15 here. By add all these fractions, subtract from 1, or you can write 15 over the total number here, 100, and simplest fraction. 15 divided by 5 equal 3. 100 divided by 5 equal 20. The result will be 3 over 20. You can find 3 over 20 by another method, by subtract from 1. 1 subtract the total number here, half plus 4 plus 1 over 10. We know the least common multiplication between 2 and 4 and 10 equal 20. So we can write here 20 in the numerator, and here 20, and here 20. 2 times 10 equal 20, 1 times 10 equal 10, 4 times 5 equal 20, 1 times 5 equal 5, 2 times 10 equal 20, 2 times 1 equal 2, subtract from 1. 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 2 equals 17. So we can write here 1 will be 20 over 20, subtract by the sum of all fractions here, 17 over 20, and we can find the difference. 20 subtract by 17 equal 3. Okay, it's another method to find the fraction about what? About the signs. So this was the number and this was the fraction. Okay, understood? complete the table and represent in the pie chart. We can draw the pie chart here and divide it here, this part and this part. Half of them was math. We here write here math, okay, in this part. And the least one here was 10. 10 was what artists, right, you know, art. And 15 here, 15 like in this here is science, and this English, this part English, okay.